Attack on Titan Season 4, Part 2, Episode 3 is finally released, and this is my review on the episode. I want to start off by saying, with my typical disclaimer, that nothing that I'm saying is directed towards the animators and the staff that works on this production for MAPPA. It's directed towards the CEOs and people who decided to take Attack on Titan with such time restraints and shit like that. Alright, so this episode was much better than the last episode and the first episode of this season, part 2 I should say, and it is one of MAPPA's better episodes. I go as far to say probably their second best episode in my opinion. It's a pretty good episode. They did a decent job with it. I especially like the first half of the episode a lot. I think it handles a lot of things well and does a lot of things that I was surprised that they were able to, make me feel something again for this series. They did a good job. I was very happy with what I saw. They kind of went a little fast, but it was all right. It wasn't anything that I had a problem with. I liked the transformations of all the people who drunk Zeke's spinal fluid. I liked that. I liked the Falco transformation, the Porco sacrifice. I thought it was all pretty good. Even Reiner and Aaron's fight, and Aaron running away from Reiner, Gabby shooting Aaron's head. I had no problem with any of that stuff. The only thing I had a problem with in the first half was Zeke's scream. Zeke's scream has been built up for a very long time throughout the series, especially this season, and for them to just not capitalize on that scream finally happening to its fullest extent, building up to it, and at least showing Zeke revving up the scream, I just felt like they missed out there, and that's something that MAPPA doesn't do very well in my opinion. They don't build things up properly. They do it sometimes, but for the most part they drop the ball when it comes to building up major moments, and this is one of those things. A lot of people tend to say, well, we already know Zeke's gonna scream, so why bother building it up? We already know Aaron's gonna get betrayed, or Zeke's gonna get betrayed. Why bother building it up? And that logic is just so flawed to me. Like, who cares if you know that it's coming? That doesn't mean that you don't put in effort. Like, take for example, Attack on Titan Season 2, when Reiner and Bert revealed themselves. Did you not know that they were going to reveal themselves? It was pretty obvious that they were going to reveal themselves. I'm sure you knew it when you saw Reiner take his arm out of the cast and revealed that he was regenerating, yet they still build it up. Hey, Wit, stop building it up. I know he's a Titan. Hey, Wit, we know what's going to happen. We already know. Can you show us? We already know they're going to transform. Hey, Wit. Stop building it up, Wit. Wit, stop building it. Stop building it up. Stop building it up. Stop it. We know they're going to transform. Stop building it up. Can you stop building it up? Please, just skip to the transformation. Oh my God, stop building it up. Stop it. Stop building it up. Please stop building it up. Stop it. Stop building it up. Oh my God, this is so unnecessary. Just stop it. Stop building it up. Please stop. Okay, thank you. There we go. Much better. Or can't you just skip to this part? As you can see, just because you know something is coming doesn't mean it doesn't deserve to be built up and treated with respect and suspense and treat it as if it's an impactful moment in the story. This is a clear and honest example of that. And I'm not trying to compare Wit to MAPPA. I'm just saying that some things need to be held on, even if you know it's going to happen, even if you predict it, even if you see it coming. It still should be built up and treated as if it's important, if an important moment, if it is an important moment. And Zeke screaming was a very important moment. It changed the entire tide of the battle. It turned many fan favorite characters into Titans, which you don't even get to see, but hopefully they go over that in the next episode for the most part. I mean, you see it, but you don't see the impact. especially Falco, and Colt being burnt to a crisp is shown for one frame. Like, these things like this, they need time. You need to give these things time. You can't just skip through them, and that's what people are complaining about a lot. Well, I am, when it comes to Mappa's adaptation. They just adapt. I don't know how else to say it other than that. And if you want to say that Wit did the same thing, and that episode I just showed you, here's the manga, it's completely different. There's so many things that Wit added, and I didn't even go through the whole episode, but there are so many things that Wit added just in this part alone that are completely different from the manga, that were not present in the manga, and add so much to the weight and the impact of the scene in the moment. That's something that Mappa has to do as well. And I'm sure you won't make the argument that they were pressed for time, because they had enough time to add this 30-minute conversation that we've already seen between Zeke and Eren into this episode. So I'm sure they could have moved this out of the way if they really needed the time. So the paths scene, I really don't mind the 2.5D, whatever you want to call this. It was okay. I just didn't like when it turned I don't know how to explain it. It's like Paper Mario, the way it turned. That's like the best way I could describe it. I don't know why they decided to turn it that direction. They should have just kept it going forward or up and down so it doesn't look like so janky. I don't know how to explain it. Like, all I can say is Paper Mario. I don't know why they thought that this was a good idea. Probably not the best play here. And I also thought that the scene where Zeke grabbed Eren's head was a little weird. The path scene was fine, but a lot of people brought it to my attention that they really missed out on a lot of things that were shown in the shards. And I do think that the shards needed to be shown a little slower. There's a lot of foreshadowing in the shards in the manga that is completely avoided here, to just show a bunch of pretty much nonsense other than a few things. In regards to the foreshadowing that's coming up for the next few episodes. That being said, I like the way it was presented, other than the eyeball. I don't know why they decided to use a realistic eyeball. Just kind of takes me out of it. Everything else is in 2D and not being realistic. I'm not quite sure why they thought that was a good idea. Why not just use a regular eyeball? I don't know. I mean, an anime eyeball, I don't know why they didn't do that. Kind of weird. And then the path scene with Eren and Zeke's talk, it was all right. It wasn't anything wrong with it. It was just there. It's just, hey Zeke, yeah, all right, yep, and this is it, this is that, yep, I'm not on your side, I lied, oh, you tricked me, okay, all right, well, that's it. It's like I said, man, there's just no build up. I don't think this was a bad episode. Again, I think this is one of Mappa's better ones, but compared to what Attack on Titan used to be, it's just not even a fraction of a percentage of the way there, and Attack on Titan's heyday, if you ask me. But I still would say this episode is at least a 6 out of 10. I could say 7, but I'm more so feeling a 6 out of 10 in regards to all Attack on Titan episodes. But in regards to all Mappa episodes, I say it's about a 9. But other than that, hopefully next episode is even better than this one. I definitely enjoyed this one a lot better than any of the other ones. It didn't put me to sleep, at least. I was thoroughly entertained, especially during the first half of the episode. So thank you guys for watching. Be live streaming my reaction of the episodes every Sunday, 12 p.m. CST. So stop by if you get a chance. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.